There I am. Hello. Hey, all. Okay. Yep. Nope. Okay. Sorry, I had not planned on being on, but I got my car back and traffic wasn't bad, so I got on. So, hey, Lady P, you'll be on in a few minutes if you're not already. So, um, oh man, today was leg day, so I'm sitting down more than usual. Um, Hope everyone's had a good week. My week has been very interesting. Um, um, if you have any wins, I'd love to see them. You please post them in chat, and we'll see what's going on and how you're how you handled your win. If you're looking for a job or anything, post that up on the chat too, and we'll see what we can do about getting you invited to our Discord, where we've got job boards and people who can help out with things like resume review and what have you. So feel free to introduce yourselves and say, hey, Ninja Jobs. Yeah, I've heard of Ninja Jobs. Oh yeah, there we go. Browser. There we go. Yes, there I am. Yeah, Ninja Jobs. There's I think there's specific pen tester or security type positions, depending on your type of things. A lot of Dragos, of course. I think this is for Dragos. Let's see who's hiring. Okay, so yeah, there's looks like they have a ton of think of it like Indeed, but for security people maybe. So, I wasn't super late. Oh, that's okay. Too much gain, yeah. What I like is they have a salary range on some of these, on a good majority of these, which is great. Whoa. Okay, that's okay. So they posted this back in April, so you also have to keep in mind some of these jobs may no longer exist. So you can go work for European Space Agency. Oh shit, that would be pretty sweet. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, no, they've got jobs here posted. They've posted a handful of jobs on December, so there you go. There's HP, Dragos, space program, something called Highwire Publications. Wow, if you want to be a public relations vice president for cybersecurity, that's something you can do, I guess. Um, Nightfall AI security operations analyst. That's in Bangalore. Minitab. They're looking. Here's an internist. Okay. So go check those out. There's looks like security operations, program management positions. That's not awful. Coal fire. Yeah, yeah. So go take a look at those. Optiv. Yeah. Somebody posted up in our Discord. Inspires me to fix my car myself because I have a Tesla. I don't even when I had a car that had a combustion engine in it, I didn't change the oil. So I am not car friendly to cars. I go to the Jiffy Lube, they pump in 5 quarts of oil, I pay them, and we're good. Um, yeah, I'm not a car person, so my car works great. I thought it was funny. I just literally got back, so I'm looking at the repair bill here, and it says 2018 Tesla long range 4-door sedan, one speed automatic. A one speed. It has forward and it has reverse, and it's just however fast you want to push down on the battery pedal to make it go. It has one speed. In this case, in that direction, which I found kind of funny. So, yeah. So, good times. Good times. Let me pull up. Let me go back to just Brian. Doink. There we go. Close some tabs here because I'd love to do some Rust or something for a few minutes. If you've Also, some kind of interesting discussion. Oh, I just welded rock sliders to the frame of my truck a couple weeks ago. Installed ditch lights and rock lights, a touchscreen lighting controller, and a couple of ham radios. Those are a list of things that I would not do with my car. I don't even have welding equipment, so to weld it, it would. Yeah, it's really nice. Sounds like a really nice setup. Rock sliders. I don't know what that is. We're going to talk about this one, I think, more on Sunday. But this was an interesting vulnerability that came out this week. As a some states you have to have a ham op license. You can use devices that are hands free. Yeah, every conference I think up in the Pacific Northwest they have. Well, I tried it actually for a couple of our conferences. Ham radio licensing and things. The problem is there's two different schools of ham radio operators, and the year that I tried it, I had two from one group and two from another, but I needed three from one or the other to make it happen. And unfortunately, I never got it to happen. So I'm going to shut my window. It's a little chilly. Oh, I've had a license since 1961 with an 8-year break when I was married. Oh, that's really nice. Oh, yeah, let me send this. Probably not helpful. I have one email that I'm sending out. There we go. I'll send that. Probably didn't help. One of those things I had to finish up an email as I was getting back home. So, um, so oh, uh, uh, so the Bluffs issue. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We'll talk about it this weekend on BreakSec. We're going to have a Mr. Berlin, Mr. Betcher, myself. We'll be sitting down and having a chin wag and talking about various things. But this was an interesting vulnerability. So you should go and check that out and read it up if you haven't had a chance yet, because there's some it's interesting. There's a proof of concept out there, and your Windows Patch Tuesday this month had a fix for this. Your Apple vulnerabilities, I believe, recently, all the ones that, oh my God, patch all the things for Apple, I believe contained a patch for this, as well as your Google devices or any of your other Bluetooth esque devices like earbuds or whatever that have an app that will do firmware updates. So um, look into it, read the discussion online if you want to. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that this weekend. So let's see here. Mm-hmm. Laughs and bringing devices together. That's pretty funny. Yeah, no. So let me go pull that up. Rust OS blog. Yep. And close that, close that. VS Code. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I can. Where's my Control S? Control S. All right, close that. And main RS. Okay, serial RS. Target. Okay, we got those. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up here. Let's see. Where did we get to on the Tummel? All right, so VS Code Fridays. There we go. There's our windows for those various things. Shrink this up just a little bit. I'll shrink up my browser. Be nice if I could, set everything real pretty like for the UI, and it would automatically like shrink to fit or something like that. So all right, hardware interrupts. No, we didn't get that far. I think we're still in testing. So let's go read more. Also noticing quite a few dropped frames here, so and I have a really crappy connection right now. That's not helpful. There we go. Come on, come back up. Come back up. Turn off preview. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's really weird. So yeah, my there we go. Called VEC, Triplex Volunteer Exam Coordinator. Just VEs are typically the examiners. I've been a VE a bunch of times. We should have flown you up, Lady P. We've been, we would have been able to do ham radio licensing and tests and stuff. Anywho, all right. So we have. How far did we get down to? Did we? You need two VEs to validate. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but there were two different schools that two different ham communities that are in Seattle, and I didn't have enough from either one college or team or whatever to actually do ham radio licensing. So we basically gave up on that. So I do not know why I have such a crappy internet connection right now. That sucks. Um, hmm. Y'all let me know if my stream starts looking like garbage, and we'll go ahead and continue on. No, it's okay, Triplex. I appreciate the user interaction on the chat. Having ones of users, that'll be it's very important. Okay. I may end up having to kill the Bluetooth or the YouTube link if it starts getting ugly. So at some point, I'll hook everything up to Ethernet and make it happen. But all right, so we have this post play. Okay, so we got down to that. Yep. I/O ports. We were talking a little bit about that. Port F4, right? That's the I/O base. We were talking about interrupts. Serial ports, right. Serial ports are good. Yes. Cargo TOML dash serial. Yeah, I think we added that as well. Let's see, where's that? That was in Cargo TOML. Let's see, we added. Okay, so we've not added serial and the stdio, so I think we may have gotten to the QEMU arguments. Let's see, where's the test case? Test case trivial assertion. Okay, we got to that part. Okay, okay, yeah, cool. All right. Checking part 97 again. Yeah, it was three. I think I had two from one college and two from the other. I couldn't get a third for either one, and it was like, oh, you can't mix and match. And I was like, why do you have to have two different ham radio organizations? Why can't y'all just have one ham radio organization or be able to cross check across those things? And didn't I'm a noob, so I didn't understand, and yeah, it was just one of those things. Okay, so I think we got to this part right here where we're adding a serial interface to print issues or print things to the serial interface, which would be RS-232 or your UART or what have you, instead of the VGA text buffer. The idea would be to not have a bunch of errors or things pop up on your screen, a bit cleaner, if you will. And so it says, notice that the serial println macro lives directly under the root namespace because we used macro export. So importing it through use create serial println will not work. Okay, so here's the macro rules, right? So we had to create a specific println macro because we don't have crates that we can enable right now, because this is the kernel, right? It's going to have probably no network activity or the ability to import these crates on the fly. So QEMU arguments, to see the serial output from QEMU, we need to use the serial argument to redirect the output to standard out. So in our cargo toml file, we'll go in, let me move some stuff over. There we go. In our cargo toml file, we need to add, okay, so right here, close that, and then test args device, ISA exit, ISO, IOBase F4, IO size 04, and then we need, no, there we go, dash serial, and then, Jesus, okay, STDIO. Only thing to agree on is to end with 73. Can't find one to agree with themselves, even present company. Well, I did not realize that the, it was like the Hatfields and McCoys of ham radio operating, where people are, you can't go and work with them. They're the People's Front of Judea instead of the Judean People's Front. So you live, you learn, and at some point in the future, maybe I'll get the ability to do that. So all right, so we QEMU arguments. I've added the necessary bits into our cargo toml file, and for computers became common. I was dragged around HRO and expos as a tot. Oh, okay. So you spent a little bit of time in a real Radio Shack perplexity. Is that what you're trying to say? There we go. There's our cargo toml file. Oh, those, yeah. Back in the day, Radio Shack used to be like, the electronics store that you would go to before then, and then became Fry's, and then now Fry's has gone away. And yeah, so updated cargo.toml. Commit and sync. There we go. All right. So now once we've done that, I can go Control Shift the tick. No, Control Shift. There we go. There's our code projects in Ultimo. Oh, I hope that works. All right, and then it says now we can run cargo test. So this would be Rust. Source. All right. Remember buying a stereo amp for my truck from Radio Shack back in the day. Yeah, hey Walt, how you doing? It's good to see you. All right. Cargo test. Okay, we're in the right directory at least. Bootloader is bootloadering. We're building and continuing to build. Okay, we should have a snake case name, which I've fucked up, so that's me. Hey, it built. Look at that. Hey, Mikey. No, wait, that's the wrong thing. Anyway, it shows here finish dev. So you see and it says running QEMU, drive format, raw, serial standard out, and then running assertions, trivial assertion, okay. So, however, when a test fails, we'll see the output inside of QEMU because our panic handler still uses println. To simulate this, we can change the assertion in our trivial assertion test to assert EQ01. Do I want to do that? Where's the assert EQ equals 1? Trivial assertion. Okay, so we want to 1 equals 1, basically, main RS. So we'll go to, here's our trivial assertion, 1 equals 1. If we change this to 0, then it pops false, right? So we Control S that. And then we can run cargo test again. Oh, now you see our error pops up here in QEMU where it says, panicked at source main RS line 65 characters in, give or take. Assertion left equals right, failed right, left is 0, right is 1. So there you go. Just warnings, exactly. No errors, exactly. Triplexity. Very, very, very good. So, all right, let me do that. I'll put it right back the way we had it. It's nice that I can actually do this now without having to go janky. So, all right, we'll do it again. Make sure everything works. Trivial assertion, okay. So everything's good. Everything ran fine. All right, so notice that the macro lives at yes. See the serial output from QEMU. We need to use a serial argument to redirect output standard out. I already did that. And we now run cargo test, and we can see the trivial assertion okay. So yeah, we had the error message, which we've done, and we showed the screen popped up. Printing an error message on panic. Exit QEMU with an error message on panic. We can use a conditional compilation. I must have gotten this far because the links are purple. So, use a different panic handler in test mode. So we have main RS. Close that. Scroll back up. All right, so we have our existing panic handler. CFG. Okay, CFG not test. Okay, so CFG not test and then CFG test. Okay, so we're going to create this section here because we've already got this section CFG test. So we're going to create right here. That's my guess. Where we need to be. Move this over a little bit. Move that over a little bit because I can't see. There we go. All right. So we're going to create a new method or a new. There we go. CFG. Not. Nest all your shite properly. Blink, and then new attribute. And then we're going to have a panic handler. It's got a I. Exactly. Are you streaming tonight, Triplexity, or have you already streamed? Did I just miss your stream? Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us here while you're resetting up the stream. So, maybe when we're done, we'll join you over there. I don't know how long I'm going to be, doing this tonight because I want to. My wife got her shingles vaccine, so we're gonna make it a quiet night. I think as she starts fighting the shingles vaccine. Oh. Info. All right, so then loop. There we go. So we've added a new panic handler, and it says panic info, println the info, and then it's going to loop. So it's going to loop through, and it says for a test panic handler, we use serial println instead of println, right? Serial underscore print and println, because that's what we've established, right? And then we exit QEMU with a failure exit code. We still need an endless loop after the exit QEMU call because the compiler does not know that the ISA debug exit device causes a program exit. All right, so he's getting to it, right? So he has to leave these kinds of weird things in because the code's not complete yet. If you go to the GitHub right now, you'll see the completed code, which is what's going to happen. Right now, he's trying to show us the error messages and what have you. So, all right. So config test. I'm gonna save us a little time and my pecking at the keys. So we have It's interesting. We have multiple panic handlers right now in this list. I'm hoping that it didn't want us to delete this one because this looks almost exactly like what I just typed up above. Well, we'll find out when we get there. And then the config test. This is in main RS. Okay, so function panic. So it wants us to replace config test with config handler, or config not test and config test with a panic handler. So those are on there. No, you didn't miss much, Beta Wolf. We're just going through, Friday Rust, if you will. So exactly, Friday Rust. Trying to get back in where we are. So I've just added this. This is a panic handler for test mode, and I've just added this new panic handler, our existing panic handler. Okay, so that was what I thought. Okay, so the existing panic handler. I'm just gonna comment all this out. I don't trust what happens if I don't do that. So this was the old panic handler, which it said our existing panic handler was in here, but I didn't have a config not test part there. So I've copied it up here to the top. I'm hoping it's in the right place. As we've seen, if I don't put this in the right place in main RS, one, the creator of the blog assumes that I know what the hell I'm doing, and two, that things go in a certain place and location. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then I'm going to call up the terminal, and then I'm going to go cd rust cd source, and then run cargo test. Oh, crap. What is this? Cannot find test runner in the crate root. Oh, okay, so I need to remove crate root. Crate root test runner. Not found in the crate root. Okay, did I get rid of the test runner bit when I commented that out? No. Okay. Interesting. Looks like I should have left. Where was it? I should have left the trivial assertions as trivial assertions. I should have left as 0 and 1. Okay, let me go do that. It's probably going to give me garbage anyway, because it's probably going to give me the same error. Yeah, nothing has changed. So cannot find function test runner in the crate root. So what happens if I just comment that out? It doesn't exist anymore. We're just going to assume it doesn't exist. Cannot find crate for test. Okay, I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. All right, put it back. Okay, so re-export test harnesses test main. Okay, so here's test main. Maybe I put the panic. Maybe I need to put these down at the bottom because I had these not where they need to be. So perhaps I need to put these down here. All right, because I mean, ideally, if here's test main and the original panic handler was down below that, so if it's trying to call any of these items that I've copy pasted in here, that may be why it's causing issues. All right, so all right. I've been moving all day. Thank you, Watch. Son of. Okay, cannot find function test runner in crate root. RS line 4. Okay, I didn't change anything except when I added these bits. Okay. Scroll back up and get me a GitHub link here. Duplicate tab. And then go backwards. Okay, so yeah, we're right back where we started, and let's go look at chapter 4. Okay. All right. Chapter 4, source, main RS. All right. So keep in mind, of course, this is after we've gone through the entire chapter, so what he has in here may not be 100% what we're looking for. All right. So this function is called on panic. Okay. So this is called on panic. So I should have probably just put config test. We'll see. And I will put it right here. Okay. And then get rid of my. Hell no, I'm not going to do advent of code in Rust. I don't have the time and effort. I'm sure they have one, right? So I can imagine Rust advent. I can't even write calendar at this point. 2023 advent calendar Rust labs. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, they have. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Something else. Programming. How to set up Rust for advent of code. Okay. Now, if you want to go and play with that, there's a link here. Let me see, is this the Rust OS programming? No, it's some guy named Biscardi. You can go look it up though. I don't know, when did he put this out? A day ago. Okay, so this is fresh. If you want to do an advent calendar for Rust, you can go poke on that a little bit. Apparently, let me see, what was this? Advent of Code 2023. Okay, so yeah, apparently this person has set up a code advent for Rust at some point. Hey, I heard that this is like, the thing you're not supposed to, watch when this is like the new Rickroll. Um, I can't hear it, so, but, you're supposed to, make it through the season without watching Last Christmas. So apologies for the Rickroll. Hashtag I'm not really all that sad. But yeah, there you go. Rusted up. Let's see. Oh, thought I'd share my Rust Advent code template. Oh, okay. Well, here's another one. If you want to grab a Rust bit here. There you go. There's another one from the Advent of Code. I used your template last year. It was great. I did some adaptations, convenient for me. I made each solve function a string, which makes it possible for me to write file scoped tests for each day. Okay. Yeah, Advent of Code. I didn't know that was a thing to create. So, yeah, I don't know what's up with the my bandwidth was a little janky earlier. If anybody else is having issues, let me know. We'll get it handled. So right now I'm showing 5 green bars. So thankfully I think we're okay. No breakup for me, just a little popping. I don't know what's causing the popping. I wish I could figure that out. My audio mixer's just barely in the yellow, so too much gain. Well, I don't think I have any gain. Let's see. I'll give you something special. doesn't sound like clipping. Yeah, I mean, my green bar is barely popping into the negative 15 to 20 range on the yellow. I'm not hitting red. I have a noise gate that keeps everything, fairly nice. 3-band equalizer. Oh, I haven't updated the equalizer yet. Let me see. I have 3 dB of output gain, which, yeah, I have noticed that. Let me drop that. I'll drop the. I don't 3 dB. I don't know is going to make much of a difference in the popping, but we'll see. I got rid of the 3 there. Yeah, popping, but the breakup is on my side. I'm away from them. Okay. So I got rid of all the output gain. I don't have any gain on my system right now, so we'll see what happens. I do need to figure that out. I don't know why. It's just kind of annoying. This Rust file does not belong to a loaded cargo project. It looks like it might belong to workspace at Ubuntu. Do you want to add it to the linked projects? I don't know. My thought is no, so I'll just go ahead and close that real quick. Popping might be cable related. Man, that sucks. Because I've been using these cables for a bit. It's not like I'm treating them like a what do they call those, like a rock concert or anything. Sounds like the encoder to me completely. Okay, well, yeah, we'll see what happens. If you're still getting it, let me. We'll talk about it online. I've got to figure those things out. So, save this gain. More changes. Whatever. Commit and sync. Yeah, it's an encoder issue. What's your CPU load? Just make a note for later. So my CPU is sitting at about 23%, 24%. My GPU is at 34% at 56C. So it's about 130 degrees Fahrenheit. My CPU and or GPU are not maxed out by any way, shape, or form. So yeah, more ferrets. More ferrets is definitely needed. So. Oh, ferrite. Oh, my bad. Is that auto? Excuse me. Go to the Radio Shack and it. Not line noise. Yeah. Go to Radio Shack. Hey, I need a ferret. My friend Triplexity says I need a ferret. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. All right. So I've saved all that. This function is called on panic, expected a bang or colon. Oh, my bad. I took the bits out of the front of that. So there we go. Not found in the crate root. This is what I get. What's the PWD on this? Home, breakbeat, code projects, Rust OS, source. Okay, so it's open to the right place. It's in WSL, so I have the right directories. Not test and test. So I wonder if it makes a difference if not test. Really weird because Twitch gives you bandwidth headroom as a non-partner. Maybe stream spitting 128 hertz. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't have any output gain on any of the audio filters that I'm using, including my compressor and or my limiter. So yeah, I don't know. All right. Let's see. Test, not test. Panic handler. Panic info. Test. Okay. Just to satisfy my own curiosity, I'm going to move test down below. Not test. This person has added a ton of addition, or has removed a ton of things. So panic info, okay, and then blog OS colon colon. Okay, so it's not blog OS; it'll be Rust OS. There's limits for. Okay. Oh yeah, save that just in case. Trivial assertion EQ 1 = 1. We're going to get rid of serial println. Okay. Use blog underscore OS println. So we have no standard, no main feature. Okay. They're changing that. Did I miss something where I was supposed to change where that was located in the doc above? Access exit code. I've already got those in. Okay. Now I'm going to have to retrain my Berber AI to sound like shit, so it's live. God. Okay. Yes. Okay. The problem is it's hard to know if you're popping when you can't hear yourself talking. So. All right, let me go see audio mixer, advanced audio properties. One reason I don't use earbuds or headphones during this time is the delay is just fucking kills me every time. So there we go. Okay. Power on. Power on. There we go. Okay. Monitor output. Okay. I can't even hear myself in this. So. Oh, no, there I am. I just have to turn the volume up. Okay. There we go. All right. That sounds good. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm hearing the popping now. Motherfucker. Okay. I see what I'm. Okay. I have a feeling it's like the some of the filters with. It's probably the thresholds and stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna turn off all that stuff and make sure that. I'm still getting popping. Oh well. Well, we'll work through it. Well, I have to work through this error first. So. All right. Save that. So I turned off all of the audio filters, so we shouldn't be popping anymore if there was any kind of thresholds or anything that was hitting. So I don't know. Okay, so this is not going to. It's going to be Rust OS. And then let's give that another shot. Use of undeclared crate or module Rust OS. Okay. Oh, I see. So we're going to have to add these bits here before no mangle. Okay. All right, we got core panic and panic buffer. All right. Use Rust OS. We hear your background noise and room reflections now with the men. Yeah. Okay. 1 second, y'all. It's the monitor and output. So there we go. All right. That should fix it. Hopefully. And just for good measure, I'll turn off the Bluetooth earbuds. So there you go. Well, so yeah. My problem is I got ones of viewers, and you live and die by your stream, either by video or audio. And having an audio podcast for 10 years plus, audio is the one thing that I agonized over for years on these things. So it's my own peccadillo. Thankfully, my kryptonite that I've been taking helps out a little bit with that. So it's very helpful. So obviously I did not call my project blog_OS, so I fucked up. So I have to change any instance of blog OS to Rust OS, which is what my project is in and named. So I've saved that. And we'll give that another shot. Motherfucker. Okay. So, where's the error message at? Failed to resolve use of undeclared crate or module Rust OS. And let's see, blog OS test runner. Is there any other place? Blog OS. Okay, so copy. And that's in the config test. So they just removed pretty much everything under here and replaced it with that line. And the config not test has panic info, println loop, okay, visual, okay, insertion, save that. God damn it. I don't know why this is. Code is inactive due to config test. I don't understand what that means. So. Let me see what we did for chapter 4, and I'll just kind of go back through it, and we'll just walk through where everything is. All right, so we have no standard, blog runner, okay, test main, interesting, we have a derive issue, get rid of our repr 32, call him the pop man, yeah, that's the pop man. Mm-hmm. All right. And oh, this is a legit comment. Yeah, okay. Last ended printing to the console. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we didn't get as far as I thought we did. Wait. Printing to the console. I thought we got further than just printing to the console, but UART, cargo toml, we added, where's the UART? Okay, so we added the UART. In main RS, we added the mod serial, serial RS, which is the other bit. We added all of this bit, okay. And we added doc hidden. Oh, I think we got a little further than we expected. Fuck. Honestly, I don't know how developers do it, to be honest. Keeping track of where they've left off in a piece of code. It's interesting to work on code and then, have to remember where you left off. All right, so I comment when I leave off for the next day. Yeah, I've only been looking at this for pretty much every week when we get started here. So with the idea that we'll continue where we left off, but I've done stuff and apparently not marked where we finished up everything. So serial console. Okay, so we had all the main RS, the test runner bits at the bottom. Right, trivial assertion, test runner. Okay, cargo toml we added. Okay, so we got to the QEMU arguments where we've added those things. Everything worked until I went in and I started adding the printing the error message on panic. So that's where we ended up with now I've got two not tests. Okay, so let me remove this one. We have not test and test, which we have not test and test. Serial println instead of println. Yeah, we call. Okay, so I put serial println. Right. Okay, we got the 0 and 1 down here. And all right. One thing I have to do is get rid of all these suggestions that it's giving me with the plugins that I've got, because those are only serving to confuse me and put pop-ups where I don't need them because I don't understand them. Panic handler. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna call it today because one, I need to figure out where everything is messing up. This doesn't make a lot of sense. Everything was working up until I made some changes to the config test. I need to go ahead and copy that link, and I'll just put it right here. And today is 1 December. That is not what I wanted. All right. There we go. Copy that, and we will, because I have to go also shred some chicken for dinner tonight. And I'm going to figure out what the hell is up with my audio as well. So, got a lot of things. So, all right. If Triplexity's on, let's go raid Triplexity. Unless he's still hanging out watching me flail here. Let's go see what's up. Triplexity's online. We'll go and check out with him. Okay, he's still here apparently. He's very much love him. Well, thank you for the stream, for the bits there, Lady P. Appreciate that. And we'll give a shout out to Triplexity. I don't see him online, but we will go ahead and see if he's on and rating. Okay, yeah. So Triplexity's back online. Go check out what he's doing, and I'm going to be here for the next few minutes, figuring out where I went wrong on my code, and we'll make that happen. So I'll be back next Friday, hopefully, with some more Rust, and we'll be on Sunday night. So check that out as well on BreakSec. So, all right, take care of yourselves, y'all. Bye.